Hi guys, before I get into this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to Alex's Library. I have recently subscribed to her channel and I'm finding her to be extremely entertaining and enjoyable to watch. All of her content is amazing and she is just really refreshing to watch. She reads pretty much the same type of genre of books I like to read, mostly gothic, sci-fi, fantasy, that type of thing. I will link her channel down in the description down below, so please check out her channel. Once again, her channel name is called Alex's Library. She's awesome. Please go and check her out, guys. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is David. If you're new here, hi, welcome. And if you have been watching my channel for a while now, welcome back. So in this video I will be discussing all of the books I bought on my Kindle for the month of October 2020. This is a reoccurring series that I am doing where at the end of every month I show you all the books I bought for that month. And they are all in a playlist which I've created called Kindle Reads or something along them lines, so please check that out. These aren't going to be in any list from favourite to least favourite or most anticipated to least anticipated. This is going to be in order when I actually purchased them. So the first book is going to be the first one I purchased at the beginning of this month, and the last one's my most recent purchase. So you get the idea with that, guys. I'm not going to go into detail, or these aren't going to be reviews for all these books because I haven't read them before. So I'm just going to simply show you them, and if I've got anything to say I will do so. If anyone recommended these books to me, I will mention all of the channels down below, and all the links will be down below as well. I will tell you who recommended them to me. So without further ado, guys, let's get started. So the first novel that I bought was Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. I've never read a Sarah J Maas book before, but because this one was on sale on Kindle, I bought it. I thought, okay, I'll try this one to see how I like it, and if I like Sarah J Maas's writing style, I will buy more books from her. I also bought Witches Abroad, which is a Terry Pratchett book. This is part of his Discworld series, and if you don't know, I'm a massive Terry Pratchett fan. I am determined to get all of his Discworld novels on my Kindle at some point. But slowly but surely, because I want to make sure I get them at a good price, and this one was a good price. These next two books were recommended to me at the same time by Loveless Degrees, and she's brilliant. Guys, please go and check her channel out. She recommended me the Girl from the Well and The Suffering. These, I'm pretty sure these are set in Japan, but they are obviously English books. They are horror. And yeah, she was talking about them on her channel, and they sounded cool. The covers look cool, and I thought, okay, I'll take the plunge, and I will. And I bought them, and yeah, they look fun. They look scary, and I can't wait to get into them. The next one I got is The Rats by James Herbert. I've never read anything by this author before, but I have several of his work on my Kindle, and I've got, I'm pretty sure it's The Haunting that he wrote as a physical book in my room. I'm not sure why I'm attracted to this author and his books so much. I don't know whether it's the price or what, but I've never read anything by him, so let me know if The Rats is a good place to start with his work in general. It's about all these vicious rats that go around and killing people and eating people, and it sounded really cool. And I just noticed as well that the foreword is written by Neil Gaiman, so it's a short book about man-eating rats, and Neil Gaiman's done the foreword about it. I mean, you know, it's a win-win situation here. This next one is a book that I recently discovered when I went into my local bookstore in the horror section. This one is called The Hunted by Gabrielle Bergmossa. Sorry if I've butchered her name, but that's as close as I probably will ever be able to say it. This when I actually read this synopsis on the back when I was in the bookstore, it sounded intriguing, but I wasn't quite sure because it was a new book and I haven't heard anything about it. But I discovered that this one was on sale really cheap on my Kindle and I bought it. It's a horror, so it looks really cool. Let me know in the comments down below if you have read this book, and let me know what you think about this, because this looks really intriguing and scary. These next two books were recommended to me also by Loveless Degrees, and these ones are called Warcross and Wildcard. I was talking to her about Ready Player 2 that I was interested in reading, and she said, well, why don't I give these ones a try, because she said that they were like Ready Player 1 where they focused on virtual reality, and she was saying that you have to buy both of them because straight after Warcross there is a cliffhanger, and it will make you want to read the next book, which, as I said, is called Wildcard, straight after you've actually read Warcross. I've never read anything by Mary Lou before, but they look interesting, and they're by a by a different author that I've never read before, and I'm always up for that. So this next book is called Science of Discworld 3, Darwin's Watch, and it was written by Terry Pratchett, who created the Discworld series, and it was co-written by him and Ian Stewart and Jack Cohan. Hopefully I've said his name right. This isn't a fiction book, guys. This is a non-fiction book about the Discworld in general, and it's more of a companion book. I know that there are 4 books in this series. I've got 1, I believe, and now I've got number 3, so all I need to do is just get 2 and 4. But this one was cheap and I picked it up. Next I got is The Carpet People by Terry Pratchett. I have recently done a buddy read and a collaboration with Kayla Lenzen with this book, and it wasn't his best book, but there are aspects of it that I enjoyed, and overall it was okay. I will link down below the collaboration video that me and Kayla did together. It was really enjoyable, and I thought the video turned out really good. This book is about a whole world of small people that are living in the threads of a carpet and their adventures together. As I said, it's not the best thing that I've read by Terry Pratchett, but it is an interesting book. Next I got is Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. I've recently read Skyward, which I will put my review down below in case you want to watch that, guys. I extremely enjoyed Skyward. It was my first Brandon Sanderson book that I've ever read before, and I obviously knew about Starsight, but I wanted to wait for the price to go down because it was coming out recently in paperback, and I wanted to wait for the price to go down so it would, yeah. I mean, I didn't mind to pay a little bit more for this book, but I was thinking, okay, it's going to come out in a couple of weeks and the price is going to drop. Why don't I wait? So I did, and I bought this one. I cannot wait to go into this world and experience and spend time with these characters again, and I enjoy this, and I'm sure I will enjoy this book just as much as Skyward. This next one I got because Slowly Read was reviewing it, and because I am a avid fan of Slowly Read's channel, and most of the books that he talks about I end up buying on my Kindle anyway. And this one is called Snakewood by Adrian Shelby. I have, and this is more of a grimdark book. I've never read any grimdark books before, and if I have, I haven't been aware of it. But that's what he mostly talks about on his channel, is grimdark. And this book sounded really intriguing, if I can speak today. And I thought, you know what, it was cheap on my Kindle. I thought, why not? You know, it's an interesting concept, and it's a genre that I am trying to get into, so yeah. Also let me know down in the comments if this is a good grimdark book to actually read, guys. This next one is The Ghost Tree by Christina Henry. This was recommended to me by Eleanor, and she's a really cool booktuber. She's Scottish, and I enjoy all her videos immensely, and please go and check her out. The Ghost Tree is more horror, but it's got aspects of detective work and the mysteries and the mystery in it. And it sounded really cool when I was reading the book in the my local bookshop. I actually said, "Oh my god!" when I was reading the synopsis. It sounded so brutal and bloody, and I actually believe it's not YA. I believe it's horror, but I could be wrong with that. But it sounds really cool, so I had to pick it up. This next one I got because I came across a term called the Shadow Hunters, and I had no idea what they were. So after I asked some of my fellow booktubers what Shadow Hunters are, it was brought to my attention that they are, I'm pretty sure they are angels, or they actually hunt demons. I'm not entirely sure, but they are part of a series called the Immortal Instruments series. And so I actually got the, so I was intrigued, so I got the first book in the series called City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I do not know if this is going to be my cup of tea. It seems to be more YA fantasy. Let me know if I'm wrong down below. I probably am. So I thought, okay, I'll buy the first book. If I like it, then I will buy the other ones. This next one is also a book that was recommended to me by Slowly Read, and this one is called The Still Remains by Richard Morgan. I can't remember much about this book, but it sounded intriguing at the time, and I thought, do you know what? I'll give it a try. I'll buy it and see what I think of it. So this next one is part of the Doctor Who series called Scratchman, and I don't know if this is based on a specific episode, but it sounded really intriguing, and I think it's more horror. So it was cheap, and I thought I would pick it up and give it a go. This next one is called The Rivals of Dracula, Stories from the Golden Age of Gothic Horror by Nick Renison. Hopefully I've said his name right. This one, I believe, is a book containing short stories that were inspired by Dracula. I've never read Dracula, I know, shock horror, but this one was cheap, the cover looked cool, and I thought I would give it a try. Next I got is The Haunting of Ashburn House by Darcy Coates. This was recommended to me by Lady Jane Books. If you didn't know, Lady Jane focuses around mostly horror, but she does other stuff as well. I will put a link down below as well for you guys to watch. To actually go to, so please check out her channel. She's awesome. This one, I believe, it focuses around a haunted house, a woman that inherits a big mansion, and she goes into it, and it turns out to be haunted. I don't know if this one is going to be the typical haunted house type of story that has been done so many times, but I respect Lady Jane's thoughts on it and her opinions on it, and I trust her judgment, so hopefully this one will be really good. Next I got is Bird Box by Josh Molerman. I know this is a part of a Netflix series. I've never seen a Netflix series, but this one was extremely cheap, and it's horror, so I thought, okay, it's cheap, it's horror, it's got a TV series based on it. Give it a try. I don't know if I like it or not, but I'll give it a go. Next I got is The Builders by Daniel Plansky. I got this one because Slowly Read was talking about it on his channel, and it sounded really cool, so I thought I would pick it up and give it a try. This one revolves around all the characters which are animals, and they have guns, and they have all these battles that are bloody and gory, and it's really short, it's grimdark, and to be honest, this is probably going to be one of the first grimdark books I will ever dip my toes into, because it's short, it's sweet, and it'll give me a sense whether I will like this genre or not. But the concept sounded really cool, and I'm really excited to read this one. This next one I got is called Watership Down by Richard Adams. I got this one after I watched Slowly Read's review on The Builders, because it revolves around animals, and he made the connection between that novel and Watership Down. I haven't watched the movie, I haven't watched the Netflix series, but I have been meaning to read the book, because it's a book about cute little bunnies. How can you say no to that? Yeah, I was meaning to pick it up. This isn't really one that he recommended to me. This is one I was going to get anyway, so yeah, let me know if you've read this, let me know if it's any good. Next I got is The 13th Witch by Mark Hayden. This is the first book in the King's Watch series. I got this one because it was cheap, it was on a deal on Kindle, so I read the synopsis, it sounded cool. It's a fantasy book, so it sounded cool, it was cheap, so I picked it up. I do not know whether I will get the other books in the series. I will just have to read this one. If I like it, I will possibly get the other books in the series. Let me know in the comments also if you've read The 13th Witch, and if you have, if it's any good or not. So this next one I got is the Hidden Wizards books, and this is the complete series. So in this collection, I've actually got the whole of all of the books in this series, and again, it was cheap. It was extremely cheap actually, and it sounded cool when I was reading about it, and I thought I would give it a try. Once again, let me know if you've read this, if it's a good series to dive into, but it sounded cool. These next two books are part of a trilogy that I started reading a couple of weeks ago. With the first book is simply called Binti by Nnedi Okorafor. I enjoyed Binti so much, I did a review on it, so it will be down below, so please check that out, guys. And it's a fantasy book, it's really short, about 90 pages long, and I really enjoyed it. And I bought the other two books, which is called Binti Home and Binti The Night Masquerade. I'm extremely looking forward to reading these books, as I know they're ones that I can read really quickly and in a day or two, so I'm looking forward to going back into this world and reading a bit more about this character again. This next one was recommended to me again by Slowly Read, which is called Black Stone Heart by Michael R. Fletcher. This one sounded extremely enjoyable when he was describing it and talking about it on his channel, and he also said that this one he would actually recommend it to people that are new to grimdark books. So this and the build, this is probably going to be my first grimdark books I will ever read, and beyond that I will read other books, but this one sounded really cool and a great place to start in this genre. And these next two books are parts of a trilogy. There are book 1 and book 2 in a trilogy. This is the Poppy War and the Dragon Republic. I got the first two books because they were much cheaper, and book 3 was a bit more expensive, so I thought, okay, I'll read the first two books, and if I like it, then I'll read the third one as well. These were recommended to me once again by Slowly Read. See, I told you I buy a lot of books from him, or buy a lot of the books that he talks about. And this one I believe is a popular series, or a popular book. I've never read this book or heard about this book, although it rings a bell. Let me know if you've read it, let me know if this is any good. And yeah, it sounded awesome, it sounded cool. I think it revolves around like the Japanese culture, so that's an interesting perspective and take on it. So I'm looking forward to reading this whenever I get around to actually reading this book. And this last one I got purely because I wanted to show my appreciation to Loveless Degrees, who watches all my videos. She comments on all my videos, and she's a massive supporter of me and my channel. So I wanted to show my appreciation to her. So I asked her, look, is there a book that you want me to talk about on my channel? I mean, just tell me what one you want me to talk about, and I will review it on my channel as a special request to her, because she's awesome. So the book that she recommended to me, that she wanted me to review on her birthday, which is the 7th of March, which will be the Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I've never read this book before. I believe she mentioned it briefly on her channel, but she didn't go into massive detail about it. I do not know the genre of this book. I don't know anything about it whatsoever. I purely bought it because to show my appreciation to Loveless Degrees. So this one will be up on my channel on the 7th of March as a special request for Loveless Degrees. So I'm looking forward to doing that one, guys. So that's it, guys. That is all the books I bought on my Kindle for the month of October 2020. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a massive thumbs up, and like down below if you and comment as well. Let me know if there's any books on this list which you have read, if you've enjoyed them, if you haven't enjoyed them, if there's a specific book on this list that you want me to read and review on my channel, tell me down below and I will make it a high priority, and I will maybe do a request video for you guys, as I always listen to my subscribers. And yeah, if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing. It always helps the channel grow. If you do subscribe, please click on the little bell notification so you know whenever I upload videos, which are every Monday and Friday. And if you aren't sure whether you want to subscribe or not, please check out my other videos. I've got loads of videos and playlists. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, guys. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep reading, and I will see you in my next video.